Hello, everybody. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my mother. She's looking at me from up above, and I noticed already because there was one thing about my mother that I always could count on. She was going to watch Perry Mason every night, glued to the TV, listening to every last word that he said, hanging on every last word that Perry Mason had. Because honestly, his endings are just wonderful. You know what I mean? Perry Mason was a detective, a lawyer. If you think you're going to get past Perry Mason, good luck. My mom was a very special woman. She taught me unconditional love. And I went and I was doing something wrong one time, I believe it was, and I was only a kid, and I went up to her and she said, "Hey boy, what you doing?" And I came back with such a animated, it must have been an animated story, one that was so believable, even though she saw me doing what I was doing wrong, that she said, "Boy, you're going to be the best lawyer the world has ever seen." I said, at that age, I wasn't paying much attention to it, but it always stuck in my head that this was going on. And here we go. The hope of the hopeless resides in a quest. Follow his call. Here we go. How would they start these things? I live in Terrebonne Parish. How would they start to take over the land and everything if the takeover was going to happen when rats will surely devour us all? Those who have no compassion for those that's living on the streets just think they should be dead and all of these other things. If you think that's good by the Lord that I worship, the Father of Jesus Christ, it's not what it is. Because you have to have compassion, because at one time, I can't lie, I did not have compassion. But here we go. Adjudicated property list, and this is why I'm saying this, is because I feel like I've been messed over for some property. I'm showing y'all, because life is a test. This earth is a test. I have been sent down here. Mama said I was going to be the best lawyer, so I have to continue on my journey to be a good investigator like Perry was. And also I have to be a good lawyer to present these things once I come up with the facts known already. So I go to the adjudicated property list. Those who in my hometown, if you're mad at me, so be it. This is only a test. We could either be the greatest community that the world has ever seen if you decide to bind with me and be with me with this, or we can be looked at as the worst community ever to live on the face of the United States of America. Now, on the adjudicated property list, which is handled by the purchasing division, the properties are put up apparently with no real investigation of where the properties come from or who they're putting on there. Number one, I'm not going to send any last names like this, but they have a man named Mr. Ray. If they want to come talk to me, be great. Mr. Ray is a very, very well-known preacher in this town. He knows all of the places that he would have adjudicated properties. He would know if he owed taxes on any of his properties. Why he just let these properties go on adjudicated property list in Terrebonne Parish. Let me tell you why. Because this goes for every place else in the United States of America too. The reason why it's happening is because they use his name after they have lifted this property up under somebody who they don't feel is worthy of having that property. A different bloodline of people. So they lifted up off these people. Mr. Ray, he's a preacher at a church. Why would you be on the adjudicated property list? Number one, he wouldn't be. So they put his name up. When the land gets bought for hardly nothing at the auction, because nobody has the money right now to buy it except those high in the community, it would go into the, what you want to call, the little circle, the clique. Now, that's just one of them. Now, they have another one. It would be called ADVAC LLC. And these people, this entity is only set up to take a spot on the adjudicated property list. It doesn't function for anything. You just put it up there on the adjudicated property list thinking nobody's going to look at it, when all in all, it serves no purpose as being anything but a business that holds a spot so you can put an adjudicated property on it, so you can lift it up from somebody, put advac on there. Nobody knows is going to do the research or claim that business because it's unclaimable. Therefore, this is my hometown. This is my hometown. This is my home parish that's doing this. So what they do is it's just an entity sitting up there. Nobody's gonna go. The ones who do go to the auctions is gonna say, "Hey, look, what you paying for, bro? Oh shit, I got this much money, man. You wanna go? You wanna open up a little rental property on this or whatever? Here we go." So those who are not in that circle get the properties lifted up from under them. You see, because money is sometimes only a weapon in the war against the rats. And I'm saying that to say this. Here goes another company, Abigail Holdings. Abigail Holdings. But guess what? They exist in New Orleans, but their main office is in Iowa, I believe it is, one of the states and everything. But the company was made in Louisiana. And do you know who made the company? It was the Secretary of State. I'm not going to say any names right now, but if you know the Louisiana Secretary of State, why would she make a company that takes a spot on the adjudicated property list all over the state of Louisiana? Let me tell you why. Because that would be a slow takeover of those who they don't feel deserves the property, and the families that they feel like, which your families ain't as high as ranking as me. So you feel like you're better than me, and I test any of these people that want to yank this from these properties from me. I test you in a knowledge competition. With whatever knowledge competition that you want to be tested on, or how about this? We just go to court. I file a state for the people of the Louisiana, those who have had properties yanked from them, those who want to support me on a private investigating company. I live at 528 Back Project Road in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm not going to be living here long. I know a lot of hits are going to be put on my head just for saying these things. But anybody would want to step up and do a godly thing. How about a faith-based law firm? One that does work for God. One with an information and knowledge that I've obtained through God, through my higher powers, through my higher self, and I've searched inward also and brought that all together, making a divine connection within myself and in the heavens, the Black Hermetic. I take my power back from everywhere that it was taken from. I stand up for the people of Louisiana and the United States of America. I'm showing y'all how it's done. Now, let's not stop right there. How about G&M Corporation or whatever? They're very rich people. I'm not going to go with his name and anything. Why would you be on the adjudicated property list, sir? Your corporation is making millions of dollars and stuff like that. You shouldn't be on the adjudicated property list. So they took somebody's name off of it that actually the land belonged to. Put that on there. They take piece by piece by piece by piece by piece without doing the investigation at the purchasing division by Miss Sharon Ellis of Terrebonne Parish, which is the head, which is only a scapegoat when the rifle gets pointed and the scope gets pointed. No, Sharon, you ain't got no job no more. Because you're not doing the research on these properties and you're putting these fake entities in a place. But you're only learning it from somebody who knew how to do this already, who've lived many lifetimes and everything. With the knowledge on how to do this, to take over. It's a takeover. I give you this knowledge free. TikTok is free. I will be at the city council meeting on next Wednesday if no one comes talk to me, I will be at the city council meetings next Wednesday to exercise my right of speech and my right of worry for the citizens of Terrebonne Parish. You can't do that to people, bro. I'm one of them. You messed with the wrong one this time, bro. My knowledge is good enough to fight for the rights of the people of Terrebonne Parish and what they deserve. We should be the richest parish. We should be one of the richest places in the world with everything that we have down here. What are we? A melting pot for people stealing money. It's a shame. I'm ashamed of y'all.